Alright everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. In the last part, we had ridden in Landia through a different dimension, had to destroy the Lore Star Cutter, and then we had the showdown with Magolor, which is a pretty kick-ass fight. But because I was so bad at the first phase and was able to barely get through it, only to then die on the second phase of the fight, which again, the boss theme Crowned is awesome and you should listen to it. And I did have to beat Magolor with the Spark ability, so because I am a noob and I suck at this game because it has been a long time since I last played it. But regardless, in the last part, we defeated Magolor, the Master Crown got destroyed, and we basically left off with Magolor pretty much evaporating into nothing. So now essentially we're going to see the ending cutscene at this point, where with Magolor destroyed, it seems like that the interdimensional portal thing is pretty much falling apart, and it seems like our four heroes have to race to the portal to get back home as it starts to close. Oh, the Lore Star Cutter wasn't destroyed. I guess maybe it got possessed by the devil or something. Well, I'm pretty sure it was the Master Crown, but the Magolor's gone. Who's piloting the Lore Star Cutter? Well, it doesn't matter because Landia also came in to rescue our heroes. So I guess that means that obviously Landia was the good guy. But then that kind of basically raises the question, when Landia was wearing the Master Crown, did it make Landia evil? Because I have a feeling that Magolor wasn't really evil, but then just kind of let the power go to his head. And I suppose the Lore Star Cutter now has enough power to reopen the portal for 2 seconds. And we now return to Planet Popstar, where everything is back to normal. It sounds like we have the cheerful music that was playing at the start of the game. Well, kind of. The idiot is with his head stuck. So the day is saved, our heroes have just beaten Magolor, saved the universe, and Landia is in our dimension now. But I assume that Landia and the Lore Star Cutter have to return to Halakandra. I don't know if we ever see them again. It might be just because I'm lazy and I could just do a quick wiki check, but what do I know? Alright, yeah, so that was Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Honestly, since my last recording session, the remake Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe has come out. I don't know if I want to pick it up because I feel like the original has a lot of charm to it. I mean, yeah, it's a Kirby game, and you can make the argument that it is easy, to which I say, that is a crock of shit. Because this game can get difficult at times if you suck as hard as I do. There really is just like a lot of charm. It's a game that's very simple, easy to pick up and play, and if you have a group of friends and 3 other Wii remotes, which also equates to 8 AA batteries, it is a blast to play through. The level design is very creative, that it starts off simple, and then as the game goes on, it gets progressively harder. I gotta say, the bosses, honestly, it's really hard for me to describe them because I haven't really played a whole lot of Kirby games. I think the only games aside from this one they played were Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot, and only like the first couple levels of Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. But I'm bringing this up because honestly, the bosses in Return to Dreamland, I think, are quite honestly the best lineup of bosses in any Kirby game. Because honestly, there weren't really that many bosses that I outright hated. I thought a lot of them were pretty much good in their own way. And the game can be a challenge to try to face them without the copy abilities. And I have proven I suck up trying to do that. Because I thought I wanted to challenge. And obviously, with the Magalore fight, I basically had to be a noob who can use the Spark ability. But honestly, even with all of that, Magalore is still quite possibly one of the best final bosses in video game history. Especially in this franchise, because everybody still remembers his boss to this day. So yeah, honestly, this game is really a blast to play. And I think if you're new to the franchise and I think you want to give it I would honestly say, I think give the original a chance. You might be surprised of how great the original game is. I mean, yeah, since the remake is out, you can basically pick up the remake and play that. But I just think that the original has a lot of charm to it. It has a lot of charm to it, and it definitely... I mean, if you want to pick it up nowadays, I think you probably would... I think your best bet would be to probably pick it from like a flea market or something. Because I'm checking on Amazon right now, and like a copy for Kirby's Return to Dreamland is like $80. So but honestly, I highly recommend playing this game. It's a great 4-player experience game, and honestly, it is a blast to play through. So again, I highly recommend picking up this game if you're new to the Kirby franchise. It really just was a lot of fun to play this game again, even though it did get me incredibly frustrated at points, but a lot of the mistakes that were made in this game, a lot of it was mostly my fault and not the game's fault. Because I think... and I see Landia and the Lore Starcutter in the background. So yeah. So this was definitely a great, great joy. Satoru Iwata, may your soul rest in peace. But I hope you're happy to know that this game from 12 years ago is a kick-ass game that I really wish people would play. But again, there is the remake, so I'm glad that people will get a chance to play it. And there are our heroes on the Warp Star. And it gives us the end question mark. This is actually kind of a good point to save, even though I probably spoiled it with my first file. Because by completing the main game, you now unlock Extra Mode and the Arena. And also a sound test to listen to music. But here's something incredibly stupid. When you go to the sound test, not all the songs are unlocked. There are 96 tracks on here, but there's more than that. You want to know why? Because the other tracks, you have to beat the Extra Mode in order to do it. The Arena is essentially like a boss rush mode. I tried it once and I sucked at it. So I know this part was kind of short because I really want to get to the end, wanted to get to the credits and explain my thoughts on this game. And you know what? I'm not going to end this Let's Play just yet, because I pretty much did my damnedest to get through the Extra Mode, and as you can see, I did not finish it. I got all the way to the last boss, and I sucked. And that was the last time I played this game. So you know what? I'm going to finish what I started. Even though that means I have to play the entire story mode twice, guys, you pretty much know all the plots and all the locations of everything of what to do, but I'll explain more when we get to extra mode, but I'm going to save it for another time. So essentially, we're going to be playing this entire game all over again, but with a bit more challenge. Next time, we will be kicking off extra mode, and hopefully, I will be able to finish it this time. So with that, next time, we will look at the extra mode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!